for Friday the 29th of May.
Yesterday afternoon was a graduation of a different kind of our Year 13 students.
Due to the Singapore circuit breaker, the entire graduation ceremony took place online. There were speeches from Mr. Sherwood and Mr. McCallum, along with a musical performance from Amber in Year 12, student addresses from Camellia and Kushagra, and student gratitudes from Renoa and Khalid.
Accounts today, the class of 2020 will be facing a world of uncertainties. Most of us are unsure whether or not we'll be able to go to university, whether or not we'll be able to reunite with our friends and families, and whether or not our favorite bubble tea stores will still be in stock after they reopen. Regardless, the one thing that we do know for sure is that we will survive, and we will soon be entering a new era for humanity.
It is within our own generation that we will reinvent the world we live in.
Please do take the time to watch this graduation ceremony. Find it on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Finally, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
With changes to COVID-19 circuit breaker measures in Singapore and students returning to campus in limited form next week, there are a number of important things that the Chatsworth community should be aware of.
Joining us now is the head of schools, Mr. Sherwood. Hello, Mr. Sherwood. Can you update us on the plans for a return to campus at Orchard and Bukit Timah?
Hi everyone, and thank you for allowing me an opportunity to speak to you today. Before I talk about the return to campus, just want to say a very big thank you publicly to all of our teachers, all of our staff, all of our students, all of our parents for all of the hard work and patience that's gone into this adapting to home-based learning that we've been working through for the past few weeks. It's taken a tremendous amount of effort and work to get there, and so thank you to everybody. We're really looking forward to our return on the 2nd of June. So with regards to your question about the return to campus coming up on the 2nd of June, the Ministry of Education and the Committee for Private Education, MOE and CPE, have a number of requirements that we have to put in place before we can return to the campus, and letters have already been sent home to all of the parents, our community, with regards to these measures being put in place, but I'll just highlight a couple of them for you here today. First being that safe entry has to be used before coming onto the campus, and this is the same system that's in place with all of the shopping malls and different places you might be going around the island now. It's a QR code scanning, and our secondary students will look after that at the gate. Our primary students will come onto the campus, both the Orchard campus and the Bukit Timah campus. They'll come on and go to their classrooms, and their teachers will help them with safe entry registration. All of our students, all of our parents, all of our staff, teachers, everyone has to wear a mask or a face shield if they're going to be out of the house. Of course, that's a requirement by law now in Singapore and has been for some time. And of course, if you're on campus, that's the same, so you'll need to wear a mask or a face shield all the time. The only time you can take your mask off is if you're eating or if you're participating in PE classes. All of the cleaning that we do around the campus, we were doing that before the circuit breaker, before our home-based learning. All of that continues around the campus. We've increased our disinfecting in all of our areas, and so that'll continue when we come back and return to campus as well. We ask anybody, if you're not feeling well, you make sure that you see your family doctor, and if during the day you're not feeling well, you go to see the school nurse, and we'll phone parents if someone's unwell and needs to go home. Spacing on campus, of course, just as we are doing around the island, we'll be having safe distance in the classes, as well as safe distancing as we move around the campus during the day as well. And according to MOE and CPE, of course, we're not allowed to have more than 50% of our student population on the campus at any one time. And so different year groups are on different days, and that schedule's been sent home as well. And we're ensuring that while we're on campus, those different year groups are not mixing and mingling together. So if you're in year 8, for example, then your year 8 cohort, your year 8 group is the group of students that you'll be spending pretty much the entire time with while you're on campus, due to safe distancing and just keeping everybody together.
We heard that EY teachers had to get nasal swabs taken before returning. Did you get one done, and what was it like?
Nasal swabs, yes. I went with all of the early years teachers yesterday, and we all had our COVID-19 tests done. Extremely efficient, extremely well organized by the Singapore government, as one would expect. We all met at different MRT stations because there's different testing centers around the island. We were told to go to a specific MRT station, exit at a certain time. A bus picked us up and took us to the testing center. We got to the testing center, answered a few questions, were registered, and then we moved forward and had our nasal swab done. It didn't hurt. A lot of people ask if it hurt. It didn't really hurt. It just was a bit uncomfortable because it's a long, kind of like a Q-tip that much smaller than a Q-tip, but it goes into your nose, and they spin it around a little bit while they do the test. It goes in each nostril, but it's only in there for about 4 or 5 seconds, so it's really just uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt at all. And then that was it. We're finished. We get back outside onto the bus, and they take us back to the MRT station and drop us off. All in all, from point A to point B and getting the test done, it maybe took us in total about 45 minutes. Lots of teachers from all of the different international schools were there yesterday getting tests done throughout the day at the different centers. Thank you again for allowing me an opportunity to have a chat with you. It's been a pleasure to speak with you today and to speak with the wider community. We're really looking forward to getting back to campus on the 2nd of June. I know we only have a short time left with everybody, but that's important time for us to come together and see one another before we finish off our academic year this year. So I hope everybody is safe and healthy, and we look forward to seeing you again in just a few more short days.
We're all looking forward to seeing each other back at school, and thank you very much for taking time to speak with ChatsNews.
Book team and primaries from clubs have been a way to keep in touch with friends during home-based learning. Year 5 students Midori and Diva filed this report.
Thank you for talking to us today about the Chats for Fun Clubs. What are fun clubs?
What are fun clubs? Well, fun clubs are kind of like CCAs, but they are ones that we can do online. We worked really hard to try and find lots of fun clubs that we could do where the students could still take part, but not having to have any specialized equipment or resources to be able to take part in the fun club.
When did we start having fun clubs?
We started when we started having our Google Meets, so that all the students already knew how to sign in to their Google Classroom Meets, so signing into their fun clubs would be easy for them too.
Now we have Yakpo, a Year 5 student, who is a big fan of the fun clubs. Yakpo, which fun clubs have you been to?
I've been to Favorite Thing Club, Reading Club, and Fitness Club.
What do you like most about the fun clubs?
That we can do activities even if we are all far away, and that is a good way to communicate with other people.
Why do you think that fun clubs are a good idea for home-based learning?
Because it helps you to be less lonely.
Thank you, Jacopo and Miss Connor. We are glad that everyone is enjoying fun clubs. This was Diva and Midori reporting for ChatsNews.
The use of video conferencing during HBL has enabled special guests to be invited into classrooms, as we have seen here on ChatsNews in recent weeks. Recently, it was a Year 5's turn for a special guest with author Lisa Thompson connecting via Google Meet. Year 5 student Diva, who has been very busy for ChatsNews, took the time to also file this report.
In the start of the year, Year 5 read The Goldfish Boy as a class. Every morning, Miss Connor would read us The Goldfish Boy, and it was an amazing book. It had mystery and definitely made you wonder. We were told that this year for Book Week, we had a mystery author coming. Of course, due to the circuit breaker, that couldn't happen. So, Miss Connor, Miss Heard, and Miss Joyce prepared a Google Meet with Lisa Thompson, the author of The Goldfish Boy. The meeting was amazing. Everyone in Year 5 came. She told us about how she became an author and what inspired her to write. She also spoke about where she got her inspiration for The Goldfish Boy.
I love books that have got twists in them. Books that you are reading and you go, oh, I didn't see that happening. I didn't know that was going to happen. And I wanted to write a book like that. I wanted to write a book where there were lots of kind of different mysteries, and if there was kind of things happening you weren't really sure. And that's why I wrote The Goldfish Boy. That's why I write all of my books. All of my books, especially the second book I wrote, The Light Jar. There's a big twist in The Light Jar. They've all got mysteries in them and they've all got twists. So I very much, Tegan, wanted to write a story that I wanted to read.
I was so excited for the meeting. And as we went through the meeting, I was amazed how she started and by the steps of writing a book. She also gave Year 5 a task. We had to write a book using either a picture, a first line, or an item. I really can't wait to start this task. This is Diva, reporting for ChatsNews.
We'll be back with more ChatsNews in just a moment. Well, there's 5 of these prizes to be won in the Chatsworth Stay-at-Home Activity Contest. Simply snap a photo or video of something you or your family have been doing during the circuit breaker period, write a short summary, and email to marcoms@chatsworth.com.sg for a chance to win!
It's time for another chit chat. Today we're chatting with Miss Hamer.
Thank you very much for joining us. So, when did you first arrive at Chatsworth?
I arrived just under 2 years ago on the Orchard campus.
How long have you been working in education?
I've been working in education for just nearly 20 years now. It's been a long time, where I've gone from many countries all around the world, where I started in Australia. Then I went to Jakarta, Moscow, Russia, Bali, and now Singapore.
When did you decide to become a teacher? And what are some other roles you've had throughout your career?
I originally decided to become a teacher because I wanted to make a difference in this world, and also I wanted to travel the world as well. So I looked into 2 career moves. One was teaching and the other one was nursing. I don't actually like the sight of blood and doing all things medical, so I went into teaching, and I'm so happy that I did. I started off as a kindergarten teacher in Australia, and as I've gone around the world, I've re-qualified into different areas where I've taught high school PE and swimming and health. I've also taught in middle school, Year 5 and Year 6 in the classroom, and back to kindergarten. Now I'm at Chatsworth teaching drama and PE in the primary school. So I've literally taught every subject and every year group except Year 2 and Year 3.
What do you enjoy most about working at Chatsworth?
Oh, that's an obvious one. At Chatsworth, I love the community spirit that we have between the students, the parents, the staff. We all actually like each other. So the community spirit is the big thing that I really enjoy about why I come to school every day.
What would you like to say to the Chatsworth community?
To the community at Chatsworth, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of your fabulous community. It's been so much fun and it's very memorable, and I'm not going to forget anything that happened. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Now it's time for the weather. Ian, how is it out there?
It's Billy Lollipop, not Ian. He's gone. So I'm taking off. I'm taking back my weather. I'm crying, sorry. I just watched the graduation. I was so sad and very sad. All my good friends I mean, not Bill. I mean, Ian's friends, not Billy Willy Bob's. All Ian's friends are leaving. I'm going to university. Well, not all. He doesn't know all of them, but you get the point. But I need to continue with the weather. Ian doesn't know I took it. Ian will never know I took back the weather. The weather today is pretty sad. It's so sad. I just watched Sherlock Holmes, La La Land, High School Musical, all of them, and the graduation. and goodbye to all the teachers and everyone. It was very nice knowing you all. Just to let you know, Billy Molly Bob is going to be continuing to stay indoors. He will not be returning back to Chatsworth. It's very sad, but it's what needs to happen. Goodbye. Congratulations again. The weather is again very sad and pretty sunny outside. Why? Why are you doing this to me? This is all your fault. Weather is corona.
Thanks, Sabi Bob. And that's ChatsNews for Friday the 29th of May 2020. We leave you with some of Amber's performance from the Year 13 graduation ceremony.
Thanks for watching and we'll see you online. Stay safe. Bye.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. See you again. Why'd you have to leave so soon? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me when I needed you?